Published 7:52 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 25th of June 2018. Updated 10:41 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 25th of June 2018. Wayne Rooney's protracted move from Everton to MLS side DC United will finally be completed on Monday night. Sportsmail revealed that the former England captain was in talks over a big money deal last month. He later travelled to the US for talks over a package worth £12.5 million and to have a medical. Rooney was weighing up whether to remain at Goodison Park following the arrival of Marco Silva as manager, but he has opted to continue his career across the pond. Wayne Rooney poses with wife Colleen and children Kai, Kit and Clay at Disneyland in Paris. The 32-year-old has spent just one season back at Everton after rejoining the club last summer. Rooney will complete a free transfer to MLS side DC United from Everton later on Monday. Rooney will be the star attraction when DC United open the doors to their new Audi Field stadium. The MLS outfit will host the Vancouver Whitecaps in their first game at the £140 million ground on July 14, and Rooney is expected to start. The 20,000-seat venue has taken just 16 months to complete and is likely to be completely sold out for Rooney's American debut, which will come the day before the World Cup final in Russia. The 32-year-old, who spent the weekend at Disneyland Paris with wife Colleen and children Kai, Kit and Clay, has been granted a work permit and a visa. According to a U.S. source, Rooney will make his MLS debut against the Vancouver Whitecaps on July 14, the day before the World Cup final, when DC United open the doors to their new 20,000-seat Audi Field stadium for the first time. Despite Rooney having a year left on his current deal, Everton will not receive a fee for the ex-Manchester United man. They will, however, free up his £150,000 a week wages for new signings this summer. Rooney will make his debut when DC United open their new Audi Field stadium next month. Ex-England star Rooney and his boys watch fireworks at Disneyland in Paris over the weekend. Rooney will be in the US later this week as he prepares to link up with his new team Matisse after weeks of negotiations involving his agent, Paul Stratford. Rooney will put pen to paper on a deal until the end of the 2020 season worth a total of £12.5 million. He will be in the US by the end of the week as he begins his new life in Washington, having already said his goodbyes to his Everton teammates at Finch Farm. Rooney originally flew to the US capital on May 23 to meet club officials in person and to take a look around the new ground, which cost around £140 million to build. He was then pictured collecting the relevant paperwork required to complete his surprise move at the U.S. consulate in Belfast earlier this month. The switch almost certainly ends Rooney's time in the Premier League after 16 years with Everton and Manchester United. He won 16 trophies at Old Trafford, including 5 Premier League titles, the 2007-08 Champions League and the FA Cup 2 years ago. Rooney flew to Washington last month to meet with DC United officials and visit the stadium. Rooney watches on from the Everton bench after being substituted against Liverpool in April. He won 16 trophies at Manchester United, including the Premier League title in May 2008. Those successes came after a £25.6 million move from his boyhood club, Everton, which saw him link up with Sir Alex Ferguson in the summer of 2004. However, he made an emotional return to the blue half of Merseyside last summer, signing a 2-year deal with the club, who gave him his chance as a 16-year-old. Rooney finished as the Toffees' top scorer with 11 goals in all competitions, but appeared to fall out of favour with former boss Sam Allardyce towards the end of a largely disappointing campaign. Speaking about Rooney after replacing Allardyce at Goodison, Silva admitted, "It's his move to DC United, not in my hands. It is something that started before I signed. It was Wayne's decision with the club before I came. Before everything is done, I will talk with Wayne because he is a club legend. I hope everybody works out this situation, him and the club. We will see. Wayne needs to take this decision and the club needs to take this decision as well, after I have enough time to talk with him and see everything." When everybody talks about his legs, nobody expects Wayne to be the same as 5 or 10 years ago. It's not just with him. It happens with all players. DC United are based in Washington and compete in the Eastern Conference of Major League Soccer. The club was established as part of the launch of MLS in the United States prior to the start of the country's hosting of the 1994 World Cup. Then led by Bruce Arena, they played their first ever match in April 1996 and soon established themselves as one of the best teams in the division, winning consecutive MLS Cups in 1996 and 1997. Despite losing to the Chicago Fire in the 1998 MLS Cup, they stormed back in 1999 to defeat Los Angeles Galaxy and win their third trophy. In 2004, the club made history by signing 14-year-old prodigy, Freddie Adu, the youngest player to compete in any professional sport in the United States since 1887. Also in 2004, DC United defeated the Kansas City Wizards to capture their fourth MLS Cup. In 2005, the club became the first U.S.-based team to compete in the Copa Sudamericana and later became the first MLS team to win the Supporters' Shield in back-to-back seasons in 2006 and 2007. After winning the 2008 U.S. Open Cup, DC United entered a prolonged slump but surged back in 2014 to win the Eastern Conference. They also landed consecutive CONCACAF Champions League berths during the 2014-2015 and 2015-2016 seasons.